Okay, again, if 1 minus k squared equals 0, then this matrix right here, which I've rewritten here, just becomes this because 1 minus k squared is 0. However, if 1 minus k squared is 0, we would have never had this 0. Why is that? Because to get this 0, we had to multiply the first row by something that had 1 minus k squared in the denominator. If 1 minus k squared is 0, we can't do that. So that I have to modify what I wrote there. And I'll just make it real sloppy for right now. That's not a 0 anymore, that's a k. We have to go back to here if 1 minus k squared happens to equal 0. So now we have 1k 0. Okay, well, the other part of the solution is, the other thing we got to see is that what value of k makes 1 minus k squared equal to 0? What value of k would that be? The value would be either 1 or negative 1. If k is 1, that's 0. And I think that's clear. I can assume you understand that. If k equals 1, then our original system is just x plus y equals 0, because 1 here and a 1 here makes this one x plus y equals 0. Okay? So now we have a consistent system, two equations. They just happen to be the same, so there are infinitely many solutions. And I'm going to assume you know why there are infinitely many solutions to that. It's just the line, if you want to do it geometrically, y equals negative x. Well, here if k equals negative 1, then we're going to have a negative y and a negative x. Negative y here, negative x here. And these are just multiples of the same equation. This equation is negative 1 times this equation. Again, they both have the same solution. If you solve each equation for y, you get y equals x. Here you get y equals x. So again, you have infinitely many solutions. Now this is a little more complex. You have to do a little more reasoning and a little more thinking, and you got to be careful not to be careless like I was when I did this. I mean, I know when I'm dividing by something that it can't be 0, and I should have picked that up here, but I was trying to explain something else and didn't stop to think. Then when I got down here, I said, wait a minute, something's wrong, because I knew this form wasn't going to work. So it's this form that works because, again, if 1 minus k squared is 0, we don't get this. All we get is this. And if 1 minus k squared is 0, we go directly from here to here. Okay. We wouldn't have done the rest of these steps. So, as long as 1 minus k squared isn't 0, we end up with one solution. X and y both have to be 0. If k is 1 or negative 1, 1 minus k squared is 0, and we end up with just essentially one repeated equation, giving us infinitely many solutions. Either y equals x, which would be a graph at 45 degrees in this direction, or y equal, well, this would be y equals negative x, and this would be y equals x.